Hello, guys! Welcome back to our virtual classroom. Today we will have a lesson under Hope 3 or Physical Education for grade 12. Okay, so we are now in Module 3 with the topic of FIT Principles. So this is our third lesson or the third module for the first quarter. And FIT stands for F for frequency, I intensity, T time, and T type. Okay? So I welcome you all for this discussion. I do hope that you are all ready for our discussion for the day. Okay, so now let us proceed with our expectations for this module. So, what do you think are our expectations, or what do you think are the things that we want to achieve at the end of this lesson? So, the following are our expectations. Of course, the first one is to know the meaning of FIT principles. The second one is identify the use of FIT principles. The third one is discuss the importance of FIT principles. And of course, lastly, is you are going to perform a task using the FIT principles. Okay, so again, these are our four expectations that we want or that we need to attain at the end of this module. So now, before we proceed to our discussion for the day, let us go back first to our last lesson. So let's have a short review of our last discussion or last lesson, which was all about dancing relieves stress, right? Or dance relieves stress. So we were able to discuss the three ways on how dancing can relieve stress, right? We were able to discuss that, and I do hope you can still recall kung unsa to ang tulo ka pamaagi or the ways on how dancing relieves stress. So the first one, of course, is when the body feels good, the mind does too. So this is the scientific explanation on why dance has the ability to act as a stress reliever. Okay, so this is the idea that gives the impression or the scientific explanation on why dancing relieves stress. The second way is dance offers a creative outlet for people to express their personalities in a safe environment, right? So, dancing offers an outlet for people, 'di ba, to express who we are. Of course, it is through music, movement, or even costumes too. And at the same time, dancing helps you connect to who you really are, kung kinsa gyud ta. Um, through through goofy dance or basta mosayaw ta, it will make us kung kinsa gyud ta. As long as what the hesitation and as we feel the music, the beat of the music, get lost in the music. So that is a very good way of expressing who we are. Now, the third way of dancing relieves stress is dancing improves your physical health, right? So from weight loss to increase flexibility or stronger bones maybe, or maybe you want to build your muscle tone. And we know that dancing is really a total body workout, right? So aside from that, we were able to discuss also the different like benefits that we can get from dancing. So hopefully even if you don't have to memorize them because they are so easy to understand, not needed to be memorized. But I do hope you can still recall and you can pinpoint what are the, or you can enumerate what are the things that we can get from dancing. Okay, so now without further ado, oh, diba? Murag true. Okay, let us have a brief introduction of our topic for the day. So again, our topic is all about the FIT principle. And a while ago, I mentioned that the FIT principle stands for, or the FIT itself stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type, right? I was able to mention that a while ago. So, what is FIT principle, DI? The FIT principle, or actually it's also called the FIT formula, is a great way of monitoring your exercise program. So, it's an acronym, FIT, diba? It's an acronym since each letter corresponds a term. It outlines the key components or training guidelines for an effective exercise program. So, mahimo siyang guide nimo to make sure that you will really be getting the result of the training program or exercise program that you want to do or to accomplish or to enroll maybe kina may mga mag-offer po og ginana nga service. And of course, the initials FITT stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type, right? Now let's take a look at each of the components in a little more detail. You know, atong tagsa-tagsaon. So let's start with the first one, which is frequency. So what do you think is frequency? Frequency refers to the frequency of exercise undertaken or how often you exercise. So, I know it's very easy, right? It's to understandable or it's really easy to understand. It's how often you exercise. Kapila ka mag-exercise? Is it every day? Is it every other day? Or is it once a week, twice a week? So that's how frequency is. And of course, frequency is a key component of the FIT principle. So you have to remember that it is important to know why you're exercising and what you want to achieve from before rushing into any exercise program. Yes, that's very important. Dapat kabalo ka, why are you exercising in the first place? You should really have a very clear reason behind why you are exercising. So why would you like or why is it important nga kabaw ka sa reason para you will be guided um on your on your schedule. At the same time, you have to push it for every day. You have to be motivated or you have to do it every day since naa kay rason nganong kinahanglan nimo siyang buhaton. Okay? So it is like taking a medicine that is given to you or prescribed to you by a doctor, 'di ba? Like why are you taking a medicine in the first place? Let us say nasakit ka. So the reason why you're taking a medicine is you want to get better, right? So your frequency of taking your meds are like twice a day maybe, morning and afternoon, morning and night or three times a day, morning, afternoon and night or dinner. So um, that's the frequency or that's the guide on how you would take your meds. 'Di ba? So, nganong kinahanglan man imong i-follow ang giingon ni doc nga you have to take it three times a day para dali kang maayo. So, it's the same with exercising. If you have identified the frequency of your exercise program, like you need to do this every day to get the result also fastly, or you have to do this every other day para so depende na it will depend really also with the exercise program. Okay, so that is frequency. Now let's proceed with the second letter, which is letter I, that stands for intensity. Diba? Unsang bukiha ng intensity? What comes into your mind upon hearing the word intensity? So intensity, it refers to the intensity of exercise undertaken or how hard your exercise, how hard you exercise, 'di ba? Um unsa ka unsa man siya? Unsa ka lisod? Unsa ka lisod ang imong exercise? Is it very hard nga kinahanglan jud ka mo exert og too much effort or it's light lang. Kanang kuan-kuan lang sad kanang sana siya relaxation la, I mean kuan lang bending ina na nga exercise. Is it that way? So mo na siyang intensity. Unsa ka kalisod or unsa ka gaan, the level or the intensity of your exercise. Now for this um for this principle intensity, so this is also an important or a very or extremely important aspect of the FITT principle, and probably also it's the hardest factor to monitor. Lisod po ni siya i-monitor nga naman because you will be using like an equipment kay we will be monitoring your heart rate. So, for those who are into kanang mga meds, mga medtech, or kanang mga nasa medicine nga field, they knew how to measure heart rate. And of course, I am not a doctor or into a medical field, so I cannot really tell you how to do it properly. I do have an idea, pero anyway, you can search that also through Google. How would you monitor your heart rate? But monitoring heart rate really needs an equipment so that you will be getting the accurate number, diba? So that's why it's very hard to monitor. It's the hardest factor to monitor as well. But anyways, naanad naman ta og like bana kabaw naman jud ta sa ato ang like skills or kakayahan bitaw nga if this is too much for you, so unsa sa kanang murag lisod na kaayo, so you will know that. And of course you will know also nga mura og dili ra kaayo siya very 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 challenging nga exercise as well. So that's intensity. The level of the exercise or the intensity of your exercise. Now, the third one is all about time. So the first T stands for time. So time, so nang time pod ma'am, time to go on, time to move on. Diba? Sana all time to move on. So time, so it refers to the time that you spend exercising or how long you exercise for. Oh, dali kaayo masabtan. Time, ang oras kung pila ka oras mag-exercise, 'di ba? In the frequency, you have set already, let us say, you have set it for like every day ka mag-exercise. So time nimo like how long will you be doing your exercise program in a day? So maybe mga 2 hours, an hour. So that is time. So the time you spend exercising is also important, and it's really also an important part of your FIT principle. So, the time dedicated to exercise usually depends also on the type of exercise undertaken. So, for the time, it is very dependent also to the type of exercise that you will be doing. Okay, why? We will be explaining that later on nga nung magsalig siya sa type sa exercise nga imuhang buhaton. But again, when you say time, it's on the length of time that you will be spending. I mean, the length of time that you will be spending for that specific exercise in a day, or defend na na siya, no? Defend daw. It depend upon your set frequency or your decided nga frequency sa imong exercise program. Okay? So the last one, which is the type, diba? The last one is T for type. Type T ka, pero type T mo siya. Ay nako, sakit siya. Okay, so type. Sama na siyang type, ma'am. So ang type is nara ang type di ay. So, mayroon ka og type, it refers to the type of exercise undertaken or kind, di ba? Unsang klasiha? What kind of exercise are you doing? So, di ba we mentioned that in time, for you to identify the length of time will depend also on the type of your exercise, right? Because because the type of exercise you choose will have a big effect on the results you achieve. So that's why it's important to know what you want to gain from your effort. So mobalik pod siya sa imuhang reason in the first place kung nganong kang nag-exercise. And, 'di ba? Kay let us say you wanna like build your muscle formation. O kanang padako sa braso ba, 'di ba? For boys, they are really into that, padako og muzzle. So, let us say you are you're planning nga imo siyang padako nimong muzzle. So, with that, you should already identify what are the types of exercises that I should consider taking or doing for me to enhance my muscle. So, inana siya. So, that is the type. So, now let us have examples on how we can apply the FITT principles into different exercise programs. We will not be having like all of the programs since there will be a lot of them, pero mo focus lang ta sa mga most common one. Okay? So now let's start with the FITT principle, which is being applied for cardio and weight loss, no? 'Di ba? Mga cardio activities or magpa-weight loss ta. What do you think is the FIT principle nga atuhang i-apply in this program? So for this program, the FIT principle is most commonly used for cardiovascular or kanang mga aerobic training and of course weight loss. Although it's also commonly used as part of strength training recommendations. So I will be showing to you the standard recommendation for cardio training. So, kani siya, recommendation lang ni siya, but this is also formulated due to research, in relation to research conducted na sad, nga dako or nindot siya og result. Diba? So, mo ni siya ang recommended training. Now, recommended training for this is for frequency. Again, ha, cardio and weight loss ta. So, for frequency, you can do your exercise program for 5 to 6 times per week. Di ay. So, example, you're looking for, your program is weight loss program. Ganahan ka mapagamay. So, dapat ang imong exercise nga buhaton for weight loss program should be done almost every day since that would be 5 to 6 times per week. So, you'll be having 1 day rest day sa imuhang self para pod maka-recover siya. So, 5 to 6 times per week is a good recommendation. 'Di ba? Dili siya ngano nga man 7 nila. Why not 7? Why not every day? Because again, we will give our body time to recover from our exercises. Di po nato siya pa labian. Now, that's for frequency. How about for intensity? So, since we are into cardiovascular or for weight loss program, ang imuhang intensity or ang kalisudon sa imuhang exercise will just range from easy to moderate. Not needed nga very hard kaayo jud ang or kanang kuan kaayo jud ang imuhang exercise ana nga lisod kaayo kay again we're into cardio raman og weight loss man ta. Di man ta ingon nga kana bitong mapakusog or unsa. So di na to kinahanglan ihatag ang 100% yun sa ato ang kinakusgang baho or kusog yun, no? Or about 60 to 75% of your maximum heart rate. Oh, so again, this is a very hard factor or the hardest factor to monitor ang intensity kay we will be needing an extra equipment for us to do this. So, ato na lang siyang bana-banaon if weight loss ka, so dili ka magpalabi og kanang mga activities or exercise pod nga sobra na sad kaayo, 'di ba? So easy to moderate ang recommended. Now, how about for tea? How about for time? Like how long will we be spending in a day? So, the recommended time will be 30 minutes, half an hour, or maybe 1 hour. But if you can do it a little longer, that would be better as well, 'di ba? So mas okay pod siya kung mas longer ka kay anyway, you are only doing easy to moderate intensity level. So dili kaayo jud pugos ang imong lawas to give the 100%. And lastly is now unsa man nga mga klase or the type of exercises that we will be doing for the program. So let us say, 'di ba, weight loss program ta. So unsa ka nga klase nga mga exercises ang akong buhaton so that I could achieve what I want for this program. So for that type, any exercise actually, no? Bisag unsa nga exercise nga mabuhat nimo continuously. Kanang naay kuan, mabuhat ra gyud nimo bisag asa pud ka. So let us say running, 'di ba? Oh, nag-running ka niya. It doesn't mean man sad nga kung mulakaw ka kanya, madto ka sa imong sister dito ka matulog, nag-overnight mo niya, di nakaka-run. Kay kuan, ambot nun sa imong reason. So, anywhere you can run. Di ba na manginahanglan gate pass para ta modagan. So, anywhere we can run, we can walk, we can do cycling, as long as natay bike actually. As well as swimming, di ba? Nalay tubig, go dive diha. So that is those are exercises that we can do continually. And without also need of extra materials, of spending more money para mabuhat nimo siya. Diba? So, you can just choose kung asa yung exercise ang ganahan nimong buhaton continually. Now, also rowing, stair climbing, magsakasaka di kag stairs to. So, diri sa school, pwede siguro kung magsakasaka from first floor to fourth floor, naog na pod, first floor to fourth floor, for 1 hour. So, ayan kaya nako bitaw. No? So, but that is also a very good way or a very good exercise that is also aligned with weight loss program. And of course, elliptical training and or other exercises there that we can do continually. Mura gid niya hangkuan. At exercises that we can do continually. So, now let us proceed with another principle. I'm sorry, another principle. Another program that we can apply FITT. So we're done with cardio and weight loss. How about let us apply FITT principle for strengthening your bones and body. Diba? Unsaon ka nato pag um pag incorporate or pag-apply sa FITT principle. So when the FITT principle is used as part of like strength training, naapod na siya yung recommendation nga buhaton. 'Di ba? Unsa man yung mga strength training like amo na siya muscle building, 'di ba sa kusog man na nimo kanang muscle formation. Aside from that, kanang sa imong paa, labi na sa mga kanang runners, ginanam sila kusog, basketball, mga athletes. No, most of the athletes would really have strength training designed also for the field of sports nga ilahang buhaton or nga players sila. So the recommendations are as follows. For frequency, ang iyahang schedule is 2 to 3 times per week but not on consecutive days. Leave 1 or 2 days rest between each strength session. So, muna yung frequencies. Di ba naingon man ta kanihang ang frequency pod is mag-base pod siya on what type of program you are doing. So, for strength program, dapat dili nimo siya buhaton every day. You can do it every other day para matagaan nato. No, unsa may rason nga nung dili nato siya buhaton every day? Para matagaan nato ang ato ang body to recover. Recover kay ngano man strength building ba ni siya or strengthening your body. So manginahanglan imong lawas nga mo recover siya sa iyahang pain. Di ba? Murag og ikaw, mo recover mo ka, di ba, kung masakitan ta. So itong lawas manginahanglan na siya time to recover from the imo biya na siyang gibugbog sa imong training. Siya to siyang papahuwayon, no? Kay para pud dili pud ka mag-suffer later if maningil lang ato ang lawas kay imong pasobraan or ma-over na niya sa imong exercise. So again, It has to be done only twice or thrice a week, but you have to make sure that it's not consecutive or it's not done on consecutive days. Okay? Now, how about for intensity? So, ang intensity sa strength training, magdepende po na siya sa weight lifted and also the sets. Kapila nimo sa buhato, no? And the reps you do. So, basically, the heavier the weight, the less sets and reps. Diba? So, if, example, kung bugat kayo siya, like weightlifting ka, kung bugat siya kayo ang imong i-weight lift or I'm sorry, imong i-lift. So less sets po na siya kanang maybe you can just do it like twice, thrice, so gamay lang siya. Comparing to kung kuan lang kung ang tanawin kanang gaan lang if it's lighter, so you can do more sets of doing it, you can redo it again and again, depende na nimo, 'di ba? Now, for the third letter, which is the T or the time, so the time you spend doing strength training also will depend on the intensity of the workout. So, mo depende siya sa how hard the level of moment ang intensity, it's the level. So, the intensity of your workout, how hard is your workout? So, example, if it is very high, extremely high, meaning lisod kaayo, then you will be reducing your time. Ngano man, again, dili na to palabihan ang atong lawas kay basin unya og masyak na siyag taman. So, kung it's very high ang imong training, very high intensity, so technically you will be spending also shorter time in doing your training. Para naakay or maybe if ganahan ka nga longer siyang time but you have to break in between ya na kay rest period or na kay rest time para tagani mo agad ang imong lawas o maka-cope up siya sa imong gibuhat. But if the intensity is low, like it's only kuan lang light lang siya ang imong gibuhat, the time you spent doing the training can be also a bit longer or it can be a lot longer comparing to doing high intensity exercises. All right? Now, the last one for strength, the type of course is unsa ka ang mga exercises nga to ang mabuhat to develop our strength or nga tong magamit for strength program. So, you can have free weights. Unsa man ang free weights? O pangalsa, kalgador daw, kargador. Di ba? Free weights man na. Mangalsa ka diha sa inyong balay ug tagsa ka sakong sako. Oh, bugat na siya. Ba? So tagsa ka sakong kuan unsa mang sakuho sulod sako nato oy. O lalog, bugas. So that is actually free weights and that's also one way of developing your strength already. So that's strength training. Aside from that, mga lus ka, tagduha ka balde, tagtulo ka balde, o gilok do na nimong isa. Unsa pa? So another is machine weights, hydraulic weight machines, mga resistance bands kay kanang bitong imuha siyang kuano kanang more siya og pull ba, right? That's also gamit ka na siya for strength program. And of course, mga body weight exercises like mga push-ups, chin-ups, dips, and other exercises nga related or nga magamit nato to enhance your strength. Okay? So, muna siya sa FITT program, FITT principle applied for strengthening or body strengthening. Now, last example where we can apply the FITT principle is how about kung stretching lang? Diba? Stretching. Oh. So, for stretching, naapo din na siya recommended nga um, nga fit program para mas makuha nimo ang imong result nga gusto, your desired result after the program. So um how do you think we can apply the fit principle to stretching, right? So sa stretching man good, commonly the results are ang anong mag-stretching man ta to improve flexibility and range of motion. So, inana. So, you also have to remember that stretching can be used for other activities like warming up and cooling down. But for the purpose of this article, ato alang or I mean for these modules, ato ang topic lang pod nga for stretching. Let us just focus with stretching for improving flexibility. So let us say flexibility lang kay ganing stretching, ma-apply naman nato siya sa other programs, 'di ba? I mean, not other programs but the rest of the programs kay it's very important man nga mag-stretch kasi mong lawas, no? Like before you do weightlifting, before you do any cardiovascular activities or weight loss activities, pag warm up sa para painita sa nimong lawas before isugba nimo kay para di siya ma-shock og masunog diretso. Oh. So it's very important nga imo siyang i-warm up, then afterwards if you're done you also have to make sure that you will have or you will perform a cool down exercise. Okay? So for stretching, so again ha, nga atong focus ani is improving flexibility. Ang imong reason why you are stretching. So for frequency is 5 to 7 times per week. So pwede siya nimo mabuhat every day. Unlike sa other type of exercises like cardios and strength training, ang stretching, if you just do this properly, is really relaxing at the same time therapeutic na siya health benefits, no? And at the same time, it will help you recover from your other activities. So that is why it's very important nga magkuan ka mag warm up, mag cool down, then at least like let us say sa imuhang strength training, di ba? Namang kay day nga dili ka mag-exercise because you need to provide your body to recover. I mean, you have to provide your body time to recover fully before doing another heavy nga exercise. So, inana. So, on the day nga dili ka mag-exercise, you can do stretching. No? Para pod, kuan ka ng mabinat gihapon ay imong lawas. Makuan gihapon siya. Gihapon siya siya na exercise nga mabuhat or ma-feel. So, for this program, the intensity or for the stretching program, ang intensity nimo ani is from kuan ra gyud siya, slow, easy, relaxed, 'di ba? Kay when the goal is improving your flexibility, you should do your stretching at a low intensity. O, 'di ba? Kung flexibility lang, so gamay ra na siya. It's not that hard. You can just bend your waist, 'di ba? So, you can move into the stretch position and as soon as you feel deep tension within the muscle group, stop there. So, example, let us say, sa man stretching ni mo buhat ka sa exercise. So, until nga mura og sakit-sakit na siya, so pwede ra pod og kanang imo na siyang stop. You will be choosing another type of exercise, right? So if it is hurting or painful, you've gone too far. So on a scale of 1 to 10, aim for attention of about 6 or 7 out of 10. Dili kay nimo siya i full force to 10 kay again stretching raman ta. Di ba di man ni siya hard training. Now for the time, since kuan raman ni siya, light raman ni siya nga intensity. So, well, 15 minutes is good already, but 60 minutes is better. Or if you can do it a bit longer, that would also be best. Now, um, maybe you can hold it stretch for 40 to 60 seconds. Like bend your body to the right for 1 minute, another to the left for 1 minute, and then you can your knees, exercise nimo ba, stretch nimo. And of course, for the type, so, muna siya, a lot of types man of stretching. Kabaw naman mo ana, no? Dagan kay tag-exercise for stretching naman nga nabuhat. So, static, passive, and PNF, or for improving range of motion and creating permanent changes in your flexibility. The best types of stretching to use are long hold static stretching, passive or assisted stretching, and PNF stretching. So, for the type again ha, like, what you do every time ta nga like natay kanang singana ni uy kana bitong um saya sanay exercises nato, no, common exercises good nato, those are already very good examples of of exercises nga part sa stretching program. Okay? So, yep, that's it. It's all about the FITT principles. I hope no nga nakasabot mo sa what is frequency, what is intensity, what is time, what is type, then how we could apply this in different aspects nga kuan nga or in different field. So, right now, wow, excited ko unsa kay sunod buhaton nato. So, right now, I have posted already in your Google Classroom your activity for this. So I created your classwork, but you can submit your work through our Google Drive, diba? So I have already created your Google Drive folder. So I do hope you have created also your own folder inside your Google Drive classroom. So here is your activity. Natay strength training niha, strength training, mapakusog ta, mapakusgan ta, magpamasol ta. Sa strength training, ang inyuhang activity. So, home fitness workout. So, home ra ha. Again, home. Di ba mga to og gym? Please, ay kung ninyo og himo ang rason nga mga to og gym. Ang gawas na inoon mog balay. So, inside the home ra gyud ni kay my materials or your materials that you'll be using is also located in your home. Kung wala sa inyong home, sa silingan nga home. Pero at least, it's still a home. Okay, so, sa instruction, so via Google Drive, nga katong giingon, please to create your own folder sa Google Drive na to. You will be sending your created video dito. So videohan ninyo inyong kaugalingon nga magbuhat mo og strength training. So ang inyong buhaton is you will be creating a FITT Principle program. I-apply ninyo ba ang FITT? FITT. So inyong ipakita dito like frequency, how many times will you be doing your activity in a week? But strength training man ni siya. So, sama sa kung giingon kaniha, so you can have it for twice or thrice a week only, not every day. Kay para we can give more time for our body to recover. So, your that is for F. Then for I, intensity, okay, magkuhan man na siya, naman na sa materials nga inyong buhaton. Diba? Then for time, how long will you be spending a day? So, Jory, let us say schedule ni mo nga magbuhat sa training. Like, unsa man, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, or 1 hour? Dili pod 1 hour, no? Dili na to palabihan na tong lawas. And of course, the type. So, for the type is, ang inyong buhaton is carrying or lifting the following equipment. So, unsa man? Di ba? Very easy to find. One pail of water, usa ka balde, isang balding tubig. Right? You will be carrying that. So, maybe you'll be carrying that for how many minutes depending on your allotted time or giset ni mo nga time. And then, another equipment is 1 gallon of water. Galon ha, 'di ba? 1 gallon of water, so meaning kato lang galon nga gamay. So if imong i-compare sa pail of water, gallon of water is lighter, so lesser intensity man na siya. So that would mean also nga longer time ang imong spend comparing to the pail of water kay mas lisod man or mas bugat man ang pail of water, right? And then, the last one is 5 to 10 pieces of books nga imuhang i-carry. Imuha siyang dala-dalaon. Diba? So, from your created video, so mag-video mo ani niya, ang ato na lang buhaton, let us say you've got 20 minutes. So, let us say 20 minutes. Kaya ra ba? No, 20 minutes niya. Unsaon nimo siya pag-divide sa intensity level sa time niya bitaw. Ibutang lang nato ba nga kuan siya nga mabuhat nimo siya in a day. Pero di ba combination naman gud siya kay strength training man ni atoa. So, like how many minutes will you be spending on the books, on the gallon of water, and the pail of water? So ana nimo siya nga buhaton. Pero 20 minutes na siya ako ang suggested. Suggestion na po na siya. Pero sa ako ang video, um, just show how you do the workout activity. Mag-alsa mo og tubig, nya butangan ninyo og count ba karon og pila ka kuan, pila ka minutes na ninyo buhaton, and then for the water and also for the books. So again ha, from your video, you answer the question nga, how can you integrate the fitness workout using the FITT principles? Okay? So, mao na siya ang inyuhang buhaton. So, how can you integrate the fitness workout using the FITT principle? So, unsaon ninyo pagbuhat? Pagbuhat sa fitness workout, kung mo gamit na mo sa FITT principles. So, murag ako namang gisulti ang answer siguro, no? So, how would you integrate the fitness workout using the FITT principle? So, for frequency, mo to akong gingon. How will you do it? Is it every day? The intensity, the time, the type. Ako na siyang gisulti kaniha tanan kung naminaw mo ato. You will already get the answer for this. So, mauna ang inyuhang the fitness workout. Home fitness workout. Okay, strength training ta. Okay, so do you have any questions? Na ba may questions? Again, ha, if you do have questions, please give me a message or post your message in our classroom para ko ma-aware kung na ba may questions or na may mga wala na sabti. Or also, you can send a message to my messenger directly para po ma-replyan ta mo diretso. Okay, so if you do not have any questions, thank you so much for watching and listening. Bisan og watching my screen. But thank you so much for spending time with me. I do hope you do learned a lot from my discussion. Do not forget to answer my quiz already posted in your virtual classroom. So, thank you so much, everyone, and I do hope you will all have a great day. At the same time, please stay at home and let us all be safe. Goodbye.